So this channel has gone through a lot of ups and downs in terms of the amount of uploads, the frequency of uploads, this or that. I will say that there has been some fucking insane shit that is going on. Not so much in my personal life, but in the lives of the people around me that have, I'm not gonna go into their business. But some weird, wild things have happened. Also, in less weird, wild things, I got food poisoning, and that sucked real bad. But I guess I wanted to talk about the state of this channel in the sense of, like, this is more than normal in the terms of the drop in stuff. For one, I'm not quitting flipping. I love flipping, and I love Balisongs, and I love knives. But I've definitely been a lot less motivated to try new things. Part of that is that I definitely had a really crazy hyperfixation on Balisongs. And that hit me at a point where a lot of people know I had a really, really crazy thing going on in my personal life. That has somewhat alleviated in a sense. I am not really burying myself in the retail therapy that I once was. I still have a bad spending habit, unfortunately. And it has gone into a different hobby, which is a trading card game that I very much love. And I have thought about making content for that stuff as well. This channel is first and foremost for me, because I like to yap. And people have asked me my opinions on things. And I can just send them a video of my yapping instead of just repeating the same thing to, like, several dozen people. And I like that people did like my content. And I don't give a shit if people did not like my content, because again, it was for me. And people were like, oh, if you put in this more effort. And then literally even the amount of small effort that is making thumbnails actually just significantly kills my ability to just do this. And that's stupid. And you're like, it takes 3 seconds, says a certain someone. And it's true. It doesn't take that long. It is more than 3 seconds, though. And it is more than I kind of want to do. But there's also just a couple other things. For one, Balisong Marketplace does not fucking work on my Instagram account. And why is that? I don't know. I thought I got banned or something. No. I'm pretty sure it's Instagram's fault. I asked Beaver, and Beaver's like, I didn't fucking do anything. And I believe him, I do. So, I don't know. And then they're like, so I do run the Boston Balisong flipping group chat, and that is actually still going quite strong. Now, I will also admit that as an organizer, a lot of times I get really, really excited about something, and I really want to engage the local people. I want to do this thing. And also, just as time goes on, it's just really hard to do every fucking month. And I did that for my professional life, Game Audio Boston, and I volunteered for Boston Game Loop. And there are a lot of times that I will just put full force myself into these local things, and it's just so much effort to do, even if it is every month or even once a year. Thankfully, though, the group's still working, and thankfully the people in the group chat are still going. So if you are in the Boston area and you are interested in flipping with other Boston flippers, meeting really great people, and trying out my whole collection that I bring almost all of every time, as well as several other wonderful people's, just ask me. Hit me up on Instagram at Chelwong Audio. So that's still very much a thing. But for some fucking reason, even though the people in my local group chat said, hey, now there's a Balisong V2, Balisong Market V2, I still can't fucking see it for some fucking reason. I don't know. So I literally cannot see sales on Instagram, which was the primary platform that I was doing it. And yeah, Reddit exists, and yeah, I could do it, but I don't really like using Reddit. I just never really clicked with me, and it's just so much more effort. And I also just feel like I'm super out of touch with a lot of what's going on. And on one hand, a lot of makers seem to just really die down. I introduced a newish flipper to the NRB Ultralight, and she only had experience with plastic. And I was like, oh, this is the lightest metal Balisong we got. And she was like, wow, this is really cool. I'd like to get one. And she was like, what about this website? I'm like, I have no idea about this website. I tried to hit up NRB, and he hasn't been active for over a year. I feel like there have been several other makers that just kind of disappear. Like Blocks, who still has 3 of my Balisongs, even though it's approaching 2 full calendar years. That's a whole other thing. Maybe that's actually not a whole other thing. I don't know. I've been a little soured by my interactions with people that I have trusted. You know, there are times that I have gotten screwed. Sometimes I get scammed. I have gotten scammed before. And thankfully it's not been too much. But sometimes it's people that I have done business with before. Hugo fucked me out of the Astra, which was really shitty. And I'm still really salty about that. Because his proxy did use a fucking bubble mailer. He just fucking saran wrap bullshit or whatever instead of an actual box. It won't cover me for it, so I just had to eat the loss. Thankfully, I got it it was a little insured, the default. And Block still owes me 3 of my own knives, let alone the mod work that I sent it in for, let alone just actual money. But this isn't so much about Blocks. I've had to step away, partially, not like, it wasn't even so much a deliberate move to be like, I gotta step back from this. It was more just, my interest waned in terms of collecting. It was just financially not viable to keep doing new stuff. And I stopped being interested in new things. And I stopped being able to see sales, and I stopped doing like temporary trades. And there are times that I would try things and be like, yeah, that's cool or whatever. Did I hit a critical mass? Like, I could theoretically keep reviewing things. I could theoretically keep trying new things. And I have tried new things. And I have thankfully been able to borrow some stuff from the people in my local scene. I have done some temp trades. I've done some videos on them. And honestly, every time I borrow knives, I just don't even flip them that much. And that's not fair to them. It's just not. I'm glad that they get mileage out of my stuff. And I have lent 2 of my grails to someone that I do trust. And it has unfortunately been a little long since I've had the ability to flip my own grails. So hopefully I can get those back soon. But all in all, it's not so much that I'm quitting. No, I do like this. But man, knives are expensive, especially Balisongs. I keep meaning on doing a new video for like my updated EDC stuff. I actually have some fucking pens, and I will make some videos about EDC pens. It is, first and foremost, it is Chelwong Balisong, the name of the YouTube channel. And I don't know, but it's my channel. And I can do with it what I want, and maybe I'll make a new channel where I talk about trading cards. I've been playing Flesh and Blood. It's really cool. It's like a fighting game in trading card format. If you like Magic, it's not like that. If you don't like Magic, it's really cool and good. But yeah, I don't know. I've thought about doing a lot of stuff, and I do just like yapping. I've thought about making videos where I talk about like some of my favorite game design things in Outer Wilds or Bloodborne. Outer Wilds is so spoiler heavy though. That game is just like, any video about that is just like, do not watch this until you've beaten the game. I don't know, but that's also a whole thing. I have seen some really amazing videos from a lot of really, really amazing creators out there, and I think some of them are so deeply passionate about not just the yapping, but about the video making process, about getting a really nice DSLR camera and doing a lot of editing and blah, blah, blah. And some people are definitely like influencers, and some of them I feel like are definitely more of a commercial. I don't know. I don't have interest in editing, which is why none of my fucking videos on this channel are edited. And the videos on my other channel for my professional game audio stuff, it's just so much work. And none of it's paid. I don't have fun doing that. So I don't. And people go, wow, if you put in a little bit more effort, maybe you would get more viewers. And I go, you're right. But I don't care. It would be nice to be able to theoretically be like, wow, your opinions are lauded and people trust and respect your thoughts of things. And I go, I do like that. But it's work and I have 3 jobs. So I don't know. This is, again, more of a ramble thing. But it just feels weird that I have, partially out of my own volition, fallen out of touch with Balisong things, but also just part of how social media works that I just stopped being exposed to certain Balisong things. Like the whole Create with Nibali's 2. It just went past me. I literally had no idea it happened. And so that was kind of whack. And like last year, I actually I did a stream where I talked about all the different entrants, and I looked at them all, and I gave my own thoughts. And obviously, like there were things that I particularly liked that did not get voted in, and the Overlord was something that I was like actually very excited for, and I really wanted to try that. I did reach out to Naz, like, would you be willing to send me one of each of these if to try or at least to borrow? And they didn't actually do that. It's totally fine, and they did reply though. They're very cool. And I do like Nibali's as a company. But it just sucks that I feel like I just missed this entire thing and I just feel super out of touch. And I don't know. I guess part of my whole Balisong journey, in a sense, as a flipper, I have been very upfront that I have stagnated because I don't really learn new tricks. I don't. I have a combo that I like, and you see my combo in every single Balisong video that I do, and it's just, well, for one thing, it's nice to be consistent, because that way every time you try a new Balisong, you can be like, well, all the tricks that I do, and blah, 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 this or that, you know, like a roll around, and a twirl, and a fan, and an aerial, though the aerial is always, for me, scary. But I don't really try and learn new tricks that much. And when I do, it's usually at the meetup, which I am really glad. So if you are a fan of any content that I like, if there was any video of mine that you found was particularly helpful, like people asked me for tutorials, and I said, I mean, there already are some, and then they asked specifically what we wanted from you. And I said, okay, sure. And so I did it. And people wanted me to cover. A lot of people have asked me to cover Balisongs that I cannot just get access to. I'm like, you want me to cover this Balisong? I don't have the money for that. And if you know someone that can send me one, then sure. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. I'll still probably pop up on your feed once in a blue moon, Smooth McGroove style. Just a far, far, far less famous. That guy puts in so much effort, and his videos are amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I still plan on doing the EDC video at some point. I still need to get a few things in my EDC updated that I like, that I want to get updated, because it's like, oh, this is falling apart on me, literally. Yeah, I don't know. So I just wanted to, I guess, make a video addressing this. And the other thing is, like, again, like, kind of a lot of it has boiled down to, like, while I can borrow people's stuff, every time I do, I just never actually use it as much as I think I would, or as much as I want to. And I hold on to it just far longer than is honestly fair. And again, thank you so much to Ted Flips, who has been really, really gracious and just super, he trusted me, you know, I'm like, can I just pay for shipping? And he, you know, we've done multiple trades, and we've done business before, and so, like, that's all good and dandy. But I could not for life of me figure out how to take this off, and I'm pretty sure that Zippy has a video, and I just wasn't motivated to try, and I don't know, I feel bad about that. And part of that feels like me doing sometimes these videos is just, if I'm not even doing the full extent of trying this, and it's just a little disingenuous. So I don't know. If you have any opinions on any of my things, let me know, I guess. Both positive and negative. I do read every comment. But I guess particularly if there was any video of mine or anything that I made that you actually thought was cool or neat or something, let me know. It would be nice to know. Because, yeah, while I do this for me. it's nice to know that when you put something out into the void and then you get a call back, and for every nice little positive interaction, it just does make the whole thing all the more worth it. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope you're having a good one. It's pretty fucking crazy out there. And yeah, it's really crazy out there. And I've been going through some crazy stuff and the people in my life and just trying to help those around me stay afloat and stay afloat myself. I don't know. If you have any questions, I always respond to my DMs on Instagram, as long as they're not weird. I get some weird comments sometimes. But, if you have an honest question, or you actually just want to say thank you or anything on this video to DMs, I'll be around. I'll see you soon. Some form.